जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा. Don't we all have that one person who stands by us no matter what, even when the whole world seems to be falling apart? Now, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you gave yourself a warm, tight hug? Or have you ever? Why? Aren't you another crazy awesome person who deserves your love? Well, let me tell you, if you know what you are, that's all it takes to live. I love me, for I know who I am, and nothing can break me. Hello everyone, my name is Mamathaa Hemant, and here's what I think about the expression of love. We all have had that time in our lives when we question our self-worth, when we think, am I a waste of a life? Do I even deserve to live? You need to know that you have only you for you forever. And loving yourself and the people around you is a lesson that I've learned. Let us look back into the past 2 years of my life. The past 2 years of my life revolutionized how I perceived life. It was awesome. It changed my perception about how I see the things around me. It changed how I feel when I breathe. So I was a very outgoing and very laid-back person, and that made me pretty amiable. That spirited young blood in me raised, and soon I was surrounded by friends, my very best friends. They praised me for everything, my talents, my persona, and everything that made me me. And then I tossed my family away, I tossed my relatives, my actual bestie too. And then came the days when they started talking disgusting stuff about me. When they judged me better than any jury on any cliched TV reality show. Well, that's pretty commendable. But it broke me. It painted my sky black. I was fighting self-esteem issues, thinking, what happened to me? Is this who I am? Why are they talking things about me which is not even true? I was trying to regain the control of all the situation in my life. And then came the summer vacations. And as always, I went to visit my grandparents in Kerala. And this time, I did. My grandpa is an energetic young man back in the day and even now. And his persona is something which always inspired me. He was an ardent social worker who left himself for the service of others. And he has an effortless finesse in whatever that he's doing. And his biggest dream is to pen down his life story. And he chose me as the author. We started writing. I was very confused, yeah. I was a confused person. I was trying to regain a control of my life. Everything around me was seeming all dark and dazed. And then we started writing. He told me how it felt like to sleep hungry, how helpless you felt when you can't afford to have tea with milk in it for a family of more than a dozen people. I was shaken. I was struck. Am I shedding tears for something as petty as self-esteem issues when I should actually be feeling lucky that I'm breathing right now? But that me never realized what life was, and I lived in that darkness. I used to make excuses to him, telling that I'm studying, and would go into the room, lock myself up, and question my self-worth and cry. Days passed, and it was time that I leave. The funniest part is, whenever I leave, he would say, Next time, you're not gonna see me. I'd act angry and be like, you better stay here. And this time, as I was leaving, he was like, you need to complete the story so that I can die peacefully. I was like, I am not completing it then. 2 months later, I woke up to a night when I heard my mom crying, and I found my mom wailing in my dad's arms, and my sister and I, totally scared, asked what the matter was, and Mom, amidst the weeps, she said, Grandpa is no more dear. Unspoken words, incomplete biography, untold stories, not even a word he told me. And I couldn't tell him what impact his story had on me. I couldn't tell him how much he meant to me. Friends, let me emphasize on this. You love someone, show it. Express your love. That's the most important thing in your life and as well as theirs. Spread love. Don't think twice, because love colors lives. Give yourself a warm, tight hug and pull out your phone, dial up your parents, tell them how grateful you are to have them in your life. Tell your buddies how idiotic they are and how they mean so idiotically important to you. Because at the end of the day, love is the essence of the soul. And I think it is quite ironical when we say that we fall in love. If you fall, that's where you're going wrong. Because you don't fall in love, you rise. Thank you.